Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we're flying the Typhoon Mk 1B, one of those more underrated aircraft. You don't really see too much of them, really at all in the game when you're flying around this VR. I think it's largely because all the top tier stuff is really in the Spitfire line. I think you actually can skip it, but what people are missing out is honestly pretty an overpowered British aircraft. Essentially, I would kind of throw it between a Spitfire and an LA-7, maybe a 190. Because what this thing lacks in responsiveness, it makes up for everything else. Top speed, climb rate's kind of mediocre, but it gets the job done. Energy retention, turn rate, and of course, firepower. Firepower brings four 20mm Hispano Mark IIs, and I guarantee you, I've rocked on this plane ever since I first started playing the game 10 years ago. And I'm still not even trying. These Hispanos, for some reason on this aircraft, I have absolutely no problem aiming, no problem leading, even deflection shots, I have absolutely no problem. And just to show you how strong this aircraft is, yes, I did come up with a good amount of energy advantage. I'm about to energy trap a Yak 3 and a Yak 9T at the same time. And I don't know many aircraft that can do that, even with an energy advantage, pulling these kind of maneuvers. Now, he does get kind of close, and that was kind of sketchy. But we're just going to keep going up, and eventually, there it is, he's going to stall out. Yak 9T, I'm not too worried about. It's kind of a bust these days. It used to be kind of a nightmare. Just look at this. This deflection shot, the lower boom, just completely torn apart. Same thing with Yak 9T, you can't pull his nose in time, and I'm just going to dismantle his plane. And I still have 500 kilometers an hour speed to deal with, to play with. So we're turning on head towards AO now that we've just 2v1 two of the most strongly reputable Russian aircraft. And we're going to go finish the day. A-20G, not even putting up a fight. And honestly, this is just child's play. You could arguably throw this plane up into 5.0 and it would do just fine. Honestly, if you were in that battle rate, you just would have to take it a little slower. Definitely play it more like a 190, maybe a P-51. But at the same time, once this thing gets going, it gets going. Now, it's not a very responsive plane, as I said before, but it turns extremely well, especially when you get slow to roll the combat flaps out. And the energy retention is just amazing. It's kind of like, ironically enough, a Meteor Mark 8, which we just saw earlier this week. But what this thing does better than the Mark 8 is top speed for the battle rating. Most things are not outrunning you unless they dive on you. And now this is kind of stupid. What I'm going to do is try to turn fight an I-16. But at the same time, I knew I had so much energy advantage and I had allies near me that it really wasn't that big of a deal. Ally comes in and helps me out. And in all reality, game's over. In about 3 minutes flat. I've killed a third of the enemy team. My team dealt with the rest. And we're on our way to go kill the last guy, SB2C, which, if it's right, actually can be a scary plane in the right hands. It is surprisingly maneuverable, especially when it has the air spawn that can actually get speed back. But once it's on the deck, it's really, and you have a bigger energy advantage, it's really not an issue. Now, the only thing I would actually take over this aircraft in close is that P-38J. P-38J and Ls are extremely fast, especially with the battle rating. And they have good enough firepower. They're just an impressive aircraft. But what this thing makes up for is base trades off is the speed, is the gun firepower. As you can see, I mean, he's already dead. Technically, he'll steal this. But good thing they changed that so he still gets the full reward. We're off to the next match. That's a 6-kill game, albeit in a down 2. Now, this is a full up. This is pretty much a full up tier. There's I-225s, Yak 3s, LA-7s, and this A-21 AFK climbing. Don't know what the hell he's doing, what he is planning, but he was definitely pitching up for me. I'm just gonna roll on over. We're just gonna one-tap him. Boom. Gone. Dismantled. We deleted that guy faster than your mom deleted your dad when he left. Now, we just, again, always check your surroundings. Never, ever stop checking your surroundings. Always be aware of who's around you, teammates, enemies, what speed they're going, what they're doing. It will definitely save your life in the long run. And now we're definitely going to come in and just rock these I-225s and just ruin their absolute day. This guy's not even paying attention. He might be crew locked. I can't aim for a split second. Come on, you can do it. There we go. Tear him a new one. And we're just going to keep on diving. Now, this thing has an insane dive speed. Actually, I think it dives better than the P-47. And for a British aircraft, or any other aircraft with a battle rating, is absolutely insane. And what this thing does excel, again, what this thing excels over the P-47 is the firepower. Only thing that comes close to the battle rating is the Corsair 1C, and it's kind of a dud these days. I remember I used to really like that aircraft back in the day, 8, 9, 10 years ago. And it's just, it never was good. I'll be honest. It never was good. But it had the firepower, and it was a Corsair. So as long as you had your speed, you were arguably fine. The main issue, proposition you had to keep with that, is keeping the speed up. But lo and behold, we're diving in. We're not really concerned. This thing is extremely hard to rip. Although I would be careful at higher speeds, you're going to lose water control pretty easily. Would love to go for that zero, but it's too steep, and I got these Yak 9s, these Russian aircraft over here. And I'd rather not deal with that on my 6. Going a little too fast to adjust for the aim, so we're going to pull out of that head on, and we're just going to keep our speed and extend away. The Yak 9T is not going to be catching us. Pushing head on with LA7B, and I love this thing is head-ons are so easy in this plane. I've never had an issue with it. And I go vertical. So I guarantee you after a 418 and LA7, it can turn on me. Boy, it's going to have one hell of a hard time. This Yak 9T actually gets pretty damn close. I'm going to have to split S to avoid the LA7B, otherwise I'm going to get nabbed by him. We're going to go vertical again. Now this is definitely a sketchy maneuver. See how close he was to actually killing me. 37s are no joke. But because I flew right through his shells, I'm able to loop around and one tap the LA7. Pilot snipe, he's done. And do an Immelman and get right back on the Yak 9T6. And that's what I mean by this thing really shook over in battle rating. I'm not even trying, guys. Like, I am toying with my food right now. They cannot touch me. The reason the Yak 9T touched me was because I had to deal with the LA7 at the same time. And the LA7, as everyone should know by now, is not an aircraft that you really can mess around with. You really need to know what you're doing to fight an LA7, because they will capitalize on any mistake you make, even if it's an average player. The player doesn't have to be that good. Now, this would be my last kill of the game, but yeah. Well, that's been the Typhoon Mk 1B. Hope you guys enjoyed. I'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye.